Hello, this is Brian D. Hill from USWGO Alternative News. I'm making this video at around April 22, 2011 at around 1:31 a.m. The reason I am telling the time is so that people will know which time I made this video, because it's very important. Anyways, this video is regarding HAARP. Now, for I think it's around 3 weeks, HAARP's website goes down probably because they were trying to cover up on it, and I found out that it was saying that the U.S. government was the reason why it was shut down. Now, I haven't confirmed that yet, but so far I could believe it because people have revealed that they think the Japanese earthquake that caused the nuclear reactors to go off had something to do with the HAARP or something similar, that maybe HAARP recorded that another country decided to use HAARP technology. Whatever the case may be, we know that HAARP is definitely involved with weather-related disasters, that HAARP is weather modification. Because I can remember an ex-defense secretary that made a testimony to a reporter stating that it is possible that you can cause disasters through weather modification. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get the point with this video. Now this page right here is maestro.harp.alaska.edu. This is a government website. Yes, there's no .gov on it, but yes, as far as I'm concerned, and I've gotten a confirmation from the Air Force Base in Alaska that this is a government and military website. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to show you what I'm trying to talk about. Now, the HAARP website was supposed to be shut down, yet the website has somehow been brought back to life. Weird. What happened was yesterday I was trying to conduct as much interviews as I could, or at least request for them, because I contacted 2 military bases. At first I thought it was Albuquerque, New Mexico, which did this, and you know, I have been Albuquerque, so I assumed that if I could call their military base, their public relations or public affairs office, I could try to find out why their website was shut down, whether it was the U.S. government, whether it was intentional or whether it wasn't. So I did it. I called them. I didn't get a response back from them after I told them my website, and so I thought that I wouldn't be able to get any kind of information or truth. So then I found out a little bit later that it's supposed to be the Alaska Air Force Base that I'm supposed to contact, because I'm new at this, and I wasn't investigating this much into HAARP before, because I usually just work on other things, and so I decided to get into this after hearing that the HAARP's website had been shut down. And so then I contacted the Alaska Air Force Base, the one that manages HAARP. And I told them I wanted to speak with a certain guy that a webpage recommended, who I talked to in the public relations or public affairs department regarding HAARP. And so whenever I tried to find out, the military acted like he didn't exist. And so I gave them my phone number and they called me back. But the funny thing was, after I called them, told them I wanted to know why the HAARP website, or at least the Albuquerque Air Force Base, I told them that I wanted to know why the HAARP website was shut down. Like, if it was, I wanted to know why they covered up the website. And a few hours later, now before then, I have tried to went to this website, harp.alaska.edu. I could not go on the site. I could confirm the site was shut down. But after 2 calls I made to Air Force bases, all of a sudden the site started loading up. And I was a little weirded out by it. I was like, wait a minute, the site was supposed to be shut down, and then after I call 2 Air Force bases telling them I'm a reporter and I want to know why, I want their comment as to why the website was shut down, it was as if they were shocked that a reporter were to call the Air Force base and stuff like that. And so all of a sudden the website's back. And so because of this, I was able to access their magnetometer data, which I'm accessing right now, which is right here. Now, the funny thing is, even though after I called the Air Force 2 times, all of a sudden, the Air Force called me back, and as if they as if they were curious to know if I actually were to go on their website. I told them that I was calling because of their website being shut down, and now it's back. And then so they're like, "You got everything you need?" And it was as if he was to make sure that because now the website's back, they don't have to worry about making any kind of public comment. Which I think it's all weird. It's all weird. The way that the timing of it, the way the website was supposed to be shut down for good by the U.S. government, and then after my few calls, all of a sudden they decided to put the website back online. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get to the point of the video. Now, this is the magnetometer. Now that the website's up, I decided to take a look at some of the data. And when you go to the 13th of April 2011 from the Introduction Magnetometer, Gacona, Alaska, power spectral density BX, magnetic north. And then you got the density of magnetic east. The data shows. And so now I'm going to go to the previous day, which should be around April 12th, 2011. Now we're going to 12. Now, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on it so that I can make it easier for you to view. Alright, let's see. Here we go. I'm zooming in on it. Now, the magnetometer page for April the 12th says no data available, which in my view I think it's kind of weird. It's as if they're covering up on something. It's as if they don't want us to know what data has been on the magnetometer that's a part of the HAARP program around 12 April 2011. Now let's go to the 11th and see if there's anything. Alright, here I go. Let's see. Alright, I'm now on the 11th, and it's the same thing. No data available. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to the next previous day, which is April 10, 2011. There we go. Nothing. Then I'm going to go down to the 9th, and it's the same story. No data available. And I'll keep on until I get to the one that has it. Alright. Now I get down to April 6, 2011. And the data shows. There's no problem. Look. April 6, 2011. And the data shows. So it won't show for the days April 7 to, I think it was April the 12th. Can you believe that? The data is missing. All the way to the 7th. Yeah, look. It shows up on April 13, 2011. But anything from April 12, 2011 to April 7, 2011 does not show. Which I think is kind of odd, which means they're covering up on some kind of knowledge. Now, this isn't the first time, because Federal JEC has reported that the data was deleted around the time of Haiti. I think I remember seeing a post like that, and I'll include it in the YouTube video, which I think is a little odd. So it's happened before, and it's going to happen again. The U.S. government has, they've made data disappear from their magnetometer sites before. That's been reported, and so I believe they're trying to get rid of any kind of evidence whatsoever that brings out prove that there's been some kind of weather modification. That anytime there's a natural disaster, whether it be earthquakes or record-breaking tornado outbreaks or whatever it may be, any kind of weird natural disaster that doesn't normally happen is probably a byproduct of HAARP or SCAT or Russia's HAARP-like device. I don't have the name right now of what that is, as I'm doing research on this, and it's very interesting. So now you have it. So while it doesn't show anything on here, I go to the site back again, which I've shown you before. HAARP website goes down, but no worries. Here's another source. So let's go to it. Alright. Here I go. It's called the Nordic GIC Network. Now I'm gonna go on there and I'm gonna check the magnetogram. And I'm gonna check and see if it has the days that I couldn't get on the other one. Now I'm gonna check Karuna. Alright, here I go. I'm going to check the 13th. Shoot, requested data is not found. I think that's a little weird. I'm going to check, let's just say the 11th. The requested data is not found. It's as if they're making data disappear on there too. So it's definitely something's odd about this, the way the data's disappeared for these certain days. You know, any of these days, I mean, when certain days disappear for no reason at all, something's suspicious. Now, this one works. It says, let's see, Lixley SGU 1 magnetogram 2011 421 UTC. Now, that shows pretty much, I guess, in the normal range. But just to remind you, this is a .se site. Now, when I go to Google.se site, is, let's see. Alright, .se site stands for, Sweden. So the problem is that is a Swedish magnetometer, and it may not reflect the data that HAARP has collected. So, whatever data that HAARP has deleted, whatever records have been deleted, we're never going to know. But what we do know is that there's definitely some form of a cover-up. When you see that on April 7, 2011 on up, no data available, which I think is suspicious. And I hope that the YouTube community is going to look at this and realize something's weird here. Something is wrong. That's why I'm sending this out to the truth community. People needs to know this, that something is definitely being covered up regarding HAARP's public records, which are supposed to be public knowledge.